Hang out to my woman, everybody. Thanks for jumping across to our YouTube channel, and thank you to all those people, all probably 12 of you, who have subscribed and watch it regularly. So thank you. But to the people who have subscribed and don't find the time to watch the videos, that's okay. You're probably out there being Wayappa in the world. If you are just watching cat videos, like I always say, give them up and watch a bit of Wayappa every now and again. So what I want to talk about was, I do that a lot and I'll try and stop it, right? Talk with our hands, blackfellas do that a lot. I think a lot of cultures talk with their hands a lot. I feel like I look like the chef off the Muppets, big hands, you know. Sorry, I've been up since 4:30, but I've loved it. So I'll put my hands down here. So what I want to talk about today was NAIDOC Week for our SMOB. It's an acronym. It used to be originally about National Aboriginal Islander Day of Commemoration, which was about Aboriginal people coming together for a day, where they celebrated. It was day of mourning about cultural loss and community and things like that. And it was developed back, I think, from my memory, in the 30s, 1930s. I think Sir Pastor Doug Nichols and a heap of other amazing people, you know, wanted to put together a day. So people have Australia Day. And for general Australians, that's about celebrating, you know, the discovery of Australia. For Aboriginal people and some non-Aboriginal people, it's Invasion Day. It's the day when the invasion started. And some other mobs call it Survival Day, where mobs have survived, which is, you know, three different takes on it, I guess. So, you know, I wanted to talk about NAIDOC Week, so it's NAT, but we talk about it today as National Aboriginal Islander, Torres Strait Islander Day of Celebration. And then us mob, as we like to throw a good party, we've turned it into a week. It's generally week-long events. And in the last couple of years, it's actually gone to a fortnight. So again, more parties, more events. And I want to say this to non-Aboriginal people that want to be a part of NAIDOC Week, that's great. But just understand where, you know, you get Aboriginal people in, talk and yarn, and, you know, we are off our feet with Wayappa. This week we've got, you know, Wayappa every day, 2 sessions today and one Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's great that you get us in, Aboriginal people in, on NAIDOC Week and Reconciliation Week and Harmony Day. But there's, you know, 358 other days of the week that you can get us in to do stuff. Don't just focus on NAIDOC Week. It's great that you do and be inclusive, but, you know, we say to people, you know, we're booked out, you know, you get us another time. Oh, but it's not NAIDOC Week, but you don't need to have NAIDOC Week to get Aboriginal people in to share it. But anyway, that's if you wanted to do WAP with an Aboriginal person. So I'm doing it again, I'll put my hands in here. So what I wanted to talk about, I wanted to share with you this this purchase we just got just recently. We always try, you know, the concepts of Wayappa, earth, mind, body, spirit. So earth first. So we always think about our purchases. We think about our purchases and where they're made, what it's made of, who made it, and how long it's going to last. So we don't have to keep replacing it. So it's about reducing, not just recycling, but reducing. So we went out, we're going for a trip, and we did need, because the other ones died, we did need a new suitcase. So you wouldn't believe it, but this suitcase is actually, and it's really good quality, and it is made by, I don't get paid to say this, Samsnite, SAMSNITE. Samsnite, if you're looking for a new suitcase, and it actually is made out of, I think it was 70 recycled plastic bottles to make that suitcase. So I was just like, that's amazing, that's deadly. So when you want to replace an item in your house, as I've talked about 100 ways to be Wayappa, I've been a bit slack on that, and I wanted to kick back in with just that one now. Replace it. Google, you know, recyclable or earth-friendly products, whatever you want, whether it's from a car purchase, which is a good car that's good for the environment or whatever, right to toothbrushes and right through to making your own toothpaste and soaps and things like that. So, we often say we're too busy to do that, but we create busyness to avoid doing that. It takes not much time to do that. So one of the things that we're going to be doing in the near future, we've been really excited to receive some support to fund our foundation, which will actually free Sarah up to do more work on Waiapa and the business so we can actually grow and flourish it. So I wanted to, just have this little video to talk about, how we can grow Waiapa and how we can deliver more content to you guys. And I want you guys to give us some feedback, whether it be email, posting down below here, comments or suggestions about how you'd like to see Waiapa delivered. We are got only one more placement left in August for the diploma course, which is amazing. And we are going to be putting online some more online content for people who can't access a Waiapa Worker at the moment, because we're actually getting people who are from overseas wanting to become practitioners, which is amazing. And whether they fly here into Melbourne or they get the numbers and we fly over to New Zealand or to England or to America to deliver the diploma course. So that's really exciting. So Sarah freeing up more time to work on the business and in the business will be great. So we're really excited about that, and the growth and development of community in our foundation as well. So I've started the day with a Waiapa session, as I said, on the Instagram. I had a gym sesh and had a sauna and had a cold plunge, and I'm feeling really invigorated. Probably going to be 2 Waiapa sessions this morning, so 2 1-hour introductions. So I'll probably this afternoon be on the ground. But Waiapa, what I wanted to talk about today was the more I start to learn in my own journey and gain more knowledge. So I've cut back on cat videos, and I try and do a fair bit of research around it. So it's for my own personal self growth and development, and so I can share the knowledge that I'm actually accumulating. It's the Aboriginal way. You learn it from people, and you practice it and you pass it on. That's a cultural way, whether it be traditional dance or language or storytelling about the stars or about the landscape, our interpretation. That's what Aboriginal mob do, and that's why I love yarning, telling stories. It's about passing on knowledge. In mainstream, they call it, that's a teacher giving a lecture. In Blackfellow way, it's a person sharing knowledge and stories. So, one of the things that I wanted to do was to obviously have conversations with other workers about the content that you want delivered. So, Waiapa being used as a meditation, and one of the things that we don't talk about a lot, but it is really important, like other practices, like other practices in yoga and Tai Chi and everything, other practices that are ancient, is the context or the concept of breath and breathing. I've recently discovered a Scandinavian guy by the name of Wim Hof, who they call him the Iceman. So basically, he goes to Antarctica, cuts a hole in the ice, and he can stay in there for ages. Regularly does ice baths, but he has a breathing technique, and it's transcendental breathing. There's all these different, but the healing power of breath and breathing. So I've been learning a bit more about that. Sarah's been doing breath works pretty much since I've known her, which is she's a meditator, breath works worker, energy healer, all around good guy, good woman. And I've sort of not resisted it, because I'm like, I don't need to be taught to breathe. I've come out of my mum breathing, so I can breathe. But I really, really haven't delved into I'm going to use this word. I made it up. I'm sure I made it up, and hopefully it'll be in the Urban Dictionary later on in life. The potentiality of breathing. I really didn't understand the potentiality or the importance of deep, proper diaphragmatic breathing. So I've been doing some breath work myself, and it's good. I feel diddly and glowing. Oh, that's the coconut oil. Again, another tip, guys. Instead of moisturiser, coconut oil. Get involved with that stuff. You can use it for cooking, use it for hair products like I do. Don't buy any of that fudge or stuff. I use coconut oil, skin, beard, put it in beard, and we make deodorant out of it. So I wanted to talk about, other things. So, obviously bringing in other elements into Wayapa is really important. We don't focus on it a lot in the 1 hour courses, but, centering and breathing within the meditation of Wayapa is important as well, because it helps us draw in the energy from that's around us, the inhalation. I wanted to sort of yarn about that. So I'm going to shoot another video later in the week to have a bit of a yarn about the workshops and the diversity of people that I'm doing. So I skipped one last week. I was doing some family business and some healing, so supporting families. So I didn't do one last week. I was in a bit of a different headspace, and I don't know. Again, comment below if you want me to shoot videos when I'm not in a great headspace, to talk to you about how I use Wayapa to get me through the tougher times and how I do that. Maybe I'll just do one without you commenting. Anyway, tell me all about it, guys. I would have found the clicker. So, great talking to you this morning. Hope you have a great day. Be Wayapa in some way. Pick up some rubbish out there. If it's one straw, buy something organic that's good for country, good for you. Do a Wayapa practice if you're a practicing Wayapa worker. Big shout out to all our workers out there who are doing some amazing work. Thanks, guys. I love your work. So have a great day, have a great week, and I'll yarn to you possibly Thursday, Friday to fill you in on how we've gone this week. Wurruk and Yarabi.